Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I've got some little orange boxes to open for you today. I am trying to slow up on my acquisitions, but there are so many tempting releases out there that I keep falling by the wayside in terms of being a bit more targeted in my purchases. So notwithstanding, as you know, that I bought no less than, what was it, 12 Chanel limited edition nail polishes not a month ago because I had to have them. When I saw that Hermes also has a thankfully much more limited nail polish release, what was a woman to do? Particularly when I saw that they were in a new finish. So for those of you who haven't been honing your sights on Hermes cosmetics launches, they have this whole new range that they started. I'm guessing now it's about 18 months, 2 years ago. They do lipsticks, they have done blushes, they have done some powders, they have done some CC cream, or the equivalent of a CC cream, a complexion enhancer slash quasi foundation range, and they've done a whole hand care range with polish, little Hermes files, ridiculously expensive, hand cream, and the nail polishes. Now, I've got quite a few of the nail polishes. I seem to have started collecting them, not quite as avidly as Chanel, but avidly. But the interesting thing is, there are probably about 16, I think, in the range, or maybe slightly more. They have all been creams up to now, no different finishes. So when I saw these advertised, I was very excited. Let's have a look at them. They come in a kind of outer box, and then the little typical Hermes orange. These are so dinky, almost makes the price worth it. The cardboard isn't, of course, as substantial as the real boxes, the boxes with the bags and things, but beautifully packaged. So here you see the first of the two colours. I think this is Gris Étain Metal. So Étain is a famous Hermes shade. I have to say, I've always thought of it being not quite as dark as this grey. Hermes has the most wonderful colours in their leather collection, some of which are very famous. So Rouge H is very famous, Étain is quite famous, and they're very sought after in the leather goods. And here they are replicating it in a polish, but a metal. So let's see if we get a bit more natural light on the subject, because I have my little nail wheel to show you. Let's get the other one out, though, before we do that. Really like the look of this one, I have to say. You know, the vampy lovers are going to love this, because there are real shades of vamp, but it's much more plummy metallic. And this is Metal Violet Manganese, so manganese violet. My goodness, look at those two. Now, those are what I call real, well, winter colours, to be honest. I was going to say autumn colours, but they're winter colours, aren't they? I can't paint on my nails because I've got some perfectly good polish on at the moment. That is Chanel Open Air, by the way, which I like very much. Let's have the manganese violet on my little pinwheel and see how it looks. Going to need a couple of coats, I think, here. Those of you who are fans of the Dior brushes will be looking with some approval at the Hermes brush. So it's a little short stick and a flattish, broad brush. I actually like the Chanel much more spindly brushes, but I know it's a bone of contention for many of you. Let's try the Gris Étain. while we're at it. Let's see how thick the brush is there. Ooh, that looks very thin, doesn't it? The nail wheel isn't always as representative of the nail, it has to be said, because it's absolutely colourless. I don't know that I'm thrilled with that so far, but we'll see how it looks with 2 coats. Let's go back to the violet. Yeah, there you go. So you can see it building up very nicely there. Nice. Not too metallic. So I think if it's too obviously kind of petrol-y metallic, it can look a bit cheap and tacky. It just looks actually super shiny with different colour accents. I'm not focusing brilliantly. There we are, focusing a bit better now. Let's have another go with the Gris Étain. See how that one does with a second coat. Also much better. I thought this was going to look like there was a Chanel polish, or I've forgotten the name. What's it called? Sweet Star, something like that, a few years ago. And also a kind of black multifaceted one. This is very much grey, and again, quite discreet really for a vampy colour. I'll be interested to see what they're like on the nails. I'm definitely going to try this one after this colour comes off. What do we think, folks? They're more expensive even than Chanel polishes, £45. It's madness, isn't it, really, for a nail varnish? Beautiful little bottles, very substantial. The beautiful Pierre Hermes design with the Hermes. And it's not a paper sticker, it's a metal insert. So beautiful to have on your dressing table. Whether it's worth it for nail varnish, who can say? But these colours are right up my street. Now, they've also brought out 3 limited edition lipsticks. The cases are refillable, although how useful that is when they're limited edition, I don't know. And I've never personally got to the end of a single lipstick, I don't think, in my life. So I'm not likely to be refilling. Again, they're really gorgeous containers. All 3 were quite dark reds, which I don't know, I wear on a very limited basis, but I couldn't resist getting one. And I faffed about for a long time deciding which one to get, and ended up getting what I took to be the pinkiest of the reds. Now, they were all mattes as well. This is Matte Rouge Feu, fiery red, which interestingly, Chanel have a Rouge Feu, which I've got. And don't use that often. So they've all got different colours. We've got a metallic kind of green on this one, and the dark kind of maroon. Again, beautiful, magnetised, so the top doesn't come off in your bag. Here we go. Fiery red, Hermes engraved. Again, can we get slightly better focus? Slight smell, taste, but nothing too much. There we have it. I'd call that a mid-toned red. It's a matte, but you can see it doesn't look that dry on the back of the hand. I have had a few of their mattes before, and they are a nice texture, more akin to the Chanel velvets, but a bit better pigmented, or rather they seem to last a little bit better on the lips. They ought to. These lipsticks are about 60 quid each, so you know, they really are a luxury item. Yeah, force myself to wear that. I think it'd be very brightening. Probably suit most skin tones, actually. Perhaps could. It's a bit less orangey red as it's showing in the viewfinder in real life. It's a bit more darker pinky red in real life, which works better for me actually. So yeah, there's my Hermes makeup purchases, brand I'm very, very fond of, too fond of for my own good. So I don't know if any of you have been tempted. I will say just now, because I have mentioned in a couple of places, probably in comments, but I don't think I actually ever showed it in a video for some reason or other. The matte powder from Hermes, which came out with a highlighting powder, I'm going to say earlier this year, the plein air range. Beautiful powder. I'm not a fan of powder. This one is, it looks kind of bright white in the compact, and they say it's a blurring powder more than a kind of blotting powder, and it really is. You know, it works to slightly blur my horrible pores. I was using it quite a lot in the very hot weather. I don't usually wear powder. I don't feel it benefits me very much, but very occasionally I might use it to kind of mattify around the T-zone. But this is more literally for blurring purposes, and for me, it really works. So again, ridiculously expensive product, and I'm not, as I say, a powder expert because I don't use them a lot, but I really like that one. So that's the other kind of star product from the Hermes cosmetic range. I should have got it out to show you. I'll do it perhaps in my next favourites video, because I'm definitely due to do a favourites video at some stage this autumn, and that definitely stands out as one of my favourites of this year. But it's a range worth looking at. I actually quite like the complexion product as well, but I know it hasn't been popular with a lot of people, and I have a few of the blushes. They're nice, but nothing remarkable. Yeah, so love to know in the comments if any of you have been tempted by the little orange boxes, maybe some big orange boxes. Let me know, and I shall speak to you again soon. Bye for now.